livening up, because I could use the work.
I'll think about it. Hi.
So, is it my turn yet?
You sure you want to travel with me?
Depends on where you're taking me. But yeah, we're good.
Let's head out.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the...
If you ask me. Anyway, Rex has been, he was saved. He can stay safe.
Hi.
Have you completed your pilgrimage of the Four?
Yeah. It's done.
Then it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the Church of the Four. Please, stay for a sermon to celebrate your joining.
Need something, boss?
Can I ask you some questions?
If you must. Just keep away from personal topics. You know my rule.
It's time for you to head home.
You got it, boss. I'll see you back at Fourville Bar.
You about courage. There are those in the town of Fourville who mock our dedication to the Four. Let me tell you now, those people are cowards. It takes true courage to admit that there are things that we do not understand. The Four is one such thing. Every man and woman sent before me has shown true courage by joining this church. And you know what else? It is through this virtue that we can truly understand selflessness. The creators had no other goal in mind than the protection of their fellow man. It is all this that the Four can become a model for how we should all live our lives. The Four protect you all.
Until he
opens again.
Excuse me.
How silly of me to think we were done talking.
Do you know anything about a missing synth?
Hilda's still going on about this? We had a thorough investigation and established the synth had picked up a fault during production.
Fair enough.
I hope we can consider this matter settled.
That's all for now.
Don't hurry back, all right?
Now that you are a member of the Church of the Four, you are entitled to enter our sanctum. There, we hold a sacred item of the Four which you can contemplate. That is just one of 2 artifacts which our church holds.
It would be nice to know more about you.
Of course, sister. What can I tell you?
Lived here all your life?
No. I grew up on a small farm to the west. One day, I had a dream where the Four called me here to serve him. I have lived here since the day I passed through the gates. The Four has always provided for me.
What do you know about Vault Tech?
Oh, you mean the creators. The creators created the Four to watch over us. All things must have a beginning, after all. Of course, the creators are the exception, for they are eternal.
Why don't you just tell me about yourself?
I'm so proud of the work we do here.
Tell me more.
Our church looks after all the lost souls who need the Four's protection.
Tell me more.
Since the day I laid eyes on the Four, I have known and understood its truth.
Tell me more.
Our church is always open to those who need it.
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. Is there something else you needed?
Can you tell me about them?
In our sanctum, you will find the Artifact of Perception. Through this artifact, we believe that the Four watches over us. You will have seen the other when you attend my sermons. The pulpit from which I preach is a communication system between myself and the Four. The creators use the device to give the Four instructions to open and close. While it no longer serves this purpose, the Four still uses it to talk to me on occasions.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
Why, yes, there is. I am interested in learning more about the Four's brethren, especially those further from the Commonwealth. I've heard of a place called Far Harbor, where some say such a site lies. If you could recover an artifact from the creators from there, the church would be most grateful.
Perfect.
Danny Kaye there singing. That was Civilization. So, take this.
Hi.
Apparently,
Are you here for a tip? I've got good stuff, I promise you.
could be up to some things.
Let's hear it.
Only the best tips for you. Hux runs the doctor's office. Don't be scared by him. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Pretty helpful, right? Want another one?
Started it, or
Not today.
Yeah, you're a loss.
those two groups are fighting. Well, I thought that was maybe it should have been. I'll just go back to playing, which is all it's good for. Up next, Fallout with the Fallout. It's the name of the song. I'm not recommending it. Scientifically recommended action.
Fire guns from someone who knows how to use them. Me here.
Excuse me.
Hey there, gorgeous. Know any place that needs livening up? Because I could use the work.
Would you come work for me?
I was hoping you'd ask. Just tell me where you want me, honey.
Hey there.
Look here, children. My new friend has come to join us for story time. Care to join us for a story?
That'd be great.
That's great. I know just the one to tell you. Why don't you take a seat and we can get started? Get your tissues ready, children. I'm going to tell a sad story today. Does everyone remember Pete from the last story?
The old guy? With the same name as Mr. Roscoe?
That's right, children. As you remember, Pete was very old at the start of our last story. Unfortunately, when little Jake was just starting school, Pete died.
Oh no! Sad!
It was a difficult time for the family, but Pete had been ill for a long time, so they were ready for it. Even though Pete was gone, he wanted to provide for his family after his death. He'd saved up all his money in something called a bank. When he died, Thomas was given that money, and he was able to pay off all his debts and buy his son nice things.
So, it was happy in the end?
The family still missed Pete, but they made sure to live the rest of their lives in a way which would honor his memory and the sacrifices he made for them. I think that's all we have time for right now, children.
Thank you, Mr. Nally!
Hey.
Look here, children. My new friend has come to join us for story time. Care to join us for a story?
Yeah, all right.
That's great. I know just the one to tell you. Why don't you take a seat and we can get started? I think you're going to enjoy this one, children. It's a funny one. This is the story of the car keys.
What's a car?
They're those big, rusty things on the roads outside. Idiot.
Now, children. There's no need to name call. You're right. Cars sit rusting on the road nowadays. But once people used to drive them all over the place. One day, Thomas was looking for the keys to start his car. He looked high and low, but he couldn't find them anywhere.
Where were they, Mr. Nally?
Well, after ages of searching, he was about to give up hope. That's when Martha pointed them out to him. They've been in his car the whole time.
So silly.
You're right. It is certainly silly. But Martha always kept it the same.
Heads up.
Got a little present for you. Just stick yourself with the pointy end.
Look alive.
Molly,
Just curious what you're thinking.
There's nothing better than wandering the wastes, listening to the radio, and working on our aim.
Just curious what you're thinking.
according to my file, I am a natural-born killer. But I also throw great parties. Not sure if that's a feature or a bug.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Hello again. There are no more stories until tomorrow morning, I'm afraid.
I don't need anything.
That's all right. It was nice talking to you.
Can we trade a few things? I just want to trade a few things.